Hey, how's it going everyone? Jared Couture here from Kung Fu Music Lessons. We're going to be working on technique in this lesson with finger picking. So finger picking techniques, and we're going to be using the beginning of the Giuliani Studies. If you don't already know about this, Giuliani Studies, check it out. 120 finger picking patterns for classical guitar. Now we can use these for any genre of music, okay? The technique is outstanding. What we're learning about finger picking and using the hand is going to be incredible and transformative. You can use it for all styles of music, any genre, it doesn't matter. So today we're going to be working mostly with these three fingers, P-I-M. So let's go ahead and get started. But just a recap, if you haven't already gone through the orange strap studies, then check out the video for finger picking in the orange strap series. That's the exact same technique. We're going to be really good about our technique. Another thing to note about classical guitar finger picking is a major part of it is about tone, okay? Clarity of the note. So playing super clean and having equal tone on each string and equal volume on each string. Good technique with the hand that you're picking with. All right, these are major things. Tone, volume. This is a massive part of classical guitar that a lot of people don't realize the complexity of, is how much time someone spent making one note sound beautiful. If you listen to a classical guitar player, you will hear almost zero little flubs or little extra accidental like buzzes or anything like that, because they spend a lot of time making sure every note is perfectly clean, whatever that is. Okay, so in this finger picking practice, we also get to practice playing extremely clean. This is going to translate into everything we play. So that's another really important thing to consider about what we're doing here. Try to be as clean as you can, have even tone. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and check it out. Make sure if you have your curriculum, open it up to lesson 1.1, finger picking. So I'm going to explain some of this stuff and play it for you, demonstrate it so you can see. Let's go ahead and look at example number 1. So first thing to notice is there's two measures in this example, okay? And all of the Giuliani studies are going through only two chords. They're basing everything off C major, so you got to play this chord. Play this chord with me. Good technique, fingers right behind the frets. And then they're going to play a G7 chord, but it's in an interesting way. So these fingers like this. Second finger on the B note of the A string, second fret, second finger, A string. Pinky all the way now to the B string, third fret, that's a D, so it's a B and a D. And then you could strum all those inside 4. That's a G chord, B, D, G, D. That's just a G chord. And then first finger all the way up top, high string, first fret, that's an F note. So you're holding a B, a D, and an F. Okay, now that's actually B diminished, but that's also part of G7. Because we put G in there, now we have, that G is 1, B is 3, D is 5, F is flat 7. Could put my third finger right here for a big G7 chord. But the shape that you're going to use is just this. So you want to get used to just playing these two shapes. C major, and then just lift this one up one, put the pinky down and pull that one back one. And this is a part of a G7 chord, okay? This is G7. So C major, G7, C major. I want you to just practice switching these two chords before trying this. If you can do this, it's going to be very easy to play. Okay, we just got to get that down. Try to have everything ringing out clearly. A major part of this is clear sounds, even tone. All right, so let's check out number 1. So if you look at the top two notes, it's got a C and E note with an M and an I finger. It says like that. It's I and M. So P, I, and M. So we got a C and E up top, and that stays for the whole first measure. C and E, C and E, C and E together. Okay, and just notice that. And then below that, our melody goes like this. The bass melody, C, E, G, C. So we put that together and we pluck all three at once. top two stay the same, and the lower one has a little bass melody. That's the first chord, that's the first measure. That's how we play it. And then now we're going to switch to that other chord. And if you notice up top, the higher notes, it says just D and F. Let's just look at those two. So D and F, again, D and F, again, D and F. They just stay the same. And underneath it, we got a little bass melody. And there's our B note. It says B, D, G, B. So that's like this. All together. Okay? So that's the whole thing. You can try it by yourself. Pause if you need. But let's go ahead. We're going to switch back to C. And then let's do this together. I'm going to go nice and slow. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and good sustain. 4, switch. Try to be clean. Equal volume from each string. Switch back to C. There's a repeat. We do it again. Real clean. Okay, last time. Then we're going to pluck a C chord at the end. And then at the very end of each measure, you see it's got a C chord. It says C, E, G, C, E. All 5 fingers, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, all at once, pluck, clasp, touch the palm. That's how this is going to go for all of these examples, okay? So that's exactly how we do it. Try to be extremely clean, extremely clear. Now, all of these are just variations off each other. They're real simple. So let's look at number 2. It's actually just like number 1, except for they play the triplet thing, 3 notes at once. They arpeggiate those chords instead of playing them together. So it's like C, C, E, E, C, E. Same exact thing as we just did. We're just playing them one at a time. So switch. D in the bass. Top notes stay the same every time, G in the bass. Every time same. Switch back and join me, okay? Here, let's do it together. 3, let's say this is a triplet feel, so we're gonna go 3, trip, let, 4, trip, go. 1, trip, let, 2, trip, let, 4, trip, let, switch. 1, trip, let, 2, trip, let, 3, trip, let. I want you to see my hand. Trip, switch to C. Two, trip, let, 3, trip, let, 4. Okay, big pluck, end. All right, so you can work on these on your own. You can do them much more. I like to sing them too, like C, E, G, C, B, D, G, B, C, E, G, C, B, D, G, B. All right, great. Now let's go to number 2B. It's exactly the same, but they switched the fingers. They got P, M, A. So that's middle and ring, okay? So we've changed our hand up. P, M, A. Every time. It's just the same thing, but just to feel these 2 fingers. So let's try it. Ready? 3, trip, let, 4, trip, let. 1, trip, let. 2, trip, let. Clasp the whole C chord, ready? again, do this many more times by yourself if you like. Now we're going to switch to number 3, and I'm also going to share another way to practice this. So here's number 3, right? Number 3, it says PMI. So it's still the same idea, but now we went from low note to the high note to the middle note and back down. So we're going to do like that. But here's the thing. This time we're going to start real slow, and we're going to repeat it more and more. Now, every time we repeat it, we're going to go a little bit faster. We're going to raise our tempo. This is a way to learn how to get your tempos up. Start slow, be clear, and if you can do that in time, very clear, we can start raising our tempos. The idea is once you get to the point where it's really fast, it's kind of getting too fast, like you're not super clear anymore, then we just end it, clasp. Try to be as clean as we can the whole time. So here's number 3. We'll do it together. Ready? 3, trip, let, 4, trip, let. 1, trip, let. 2, trip, let. 3, trip, let. 4, trip, let. 1, trip, let. 2, trip, let. 3, 4. Now a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Keeping it the same for this whole part. 2 measures, a little faster. 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster. A little faster. So a little bit faster each time. That's the way you can practice all of these. But start first, make sure you can play them in time, slow, clear, then raise the tempo. It's real fun. All right, let's go ahead to 3B. Same thing, but now they want P-A-M. P-A-M. All right, let's go to number 4. We got P-I-M. This one's a cool little sequence where they do 3 notes close to each other. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The close one's nice. C, E, G. Now the next 3 strings, different string set, same fingers. P, I, M. Okay, then the next 3 strings, same fingers. P, I, M. That's the fun part about this. And then the 2 top fingers stay up high, and the low one goes to the bass. So it's like that. Next chord, first the low 3 strings, then the next, then the next, and then the bass and the 2 high. So that's the pattern for this one. And once you memorize these patterns, once you look at them, you don't have to really read them, keep reading them. You know, you can just memorize them and then play them. So let's try it out. 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Next 1 triplet, 2